Right. Today we're going to be talking about combining like terms, and this might be something that's already familiar to you, but um, if it is, that just means this is going to be a little review. So the first thing we got to do is we need to identify what are what are our like terms here. Okay, well we have 13R and 5R, and then we have 2N. Now 2N is not the same as 5R and 13R. That cannot be combined with the other two. So let's just go ahead and combine our 13R plus 5R. We know that 13 plus 5 is 18, so that's just 18R plus 2N. And as crazy as it may sound, that is it. That is our simplified form. That is the furthest we can combine our like terms in that problem. Now, let's move on to another one. This one's a little bit more difficult, and the only reason why is because we have some decimals. But let's just go ahead and combine our like terms. Okay, we have 1.6W. We have minus 1.2W. 3.5 does not go with our like terms. It's just a constant, but 4.7W does. So let's go ahead and first things first, I think it'd be the easiest thing would be for us to add these two to start. So let's go ahead, 4.7 plus 1.6. 7 plus 6 is 13, so we'll bring down the 3, carry our 1. That decimal is just going to drop down. We have 1 plus 4, which is 5, plus 1 is 6.3. Now we can't forget this 1.2, so we're going to now subtract the 1.2. So 6.3 minus 1.2, 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring that decimal down. 6 minus 1 is 5. So now we have 5.1W. And let's not forget the one thing that was not a like term, which was plus 3.5. We'll bring that on down, plus 3.5. And believe it or not, that is it. We are done. We just want to combine the things that are alike and leave the things that have no other like terms, like our 3.5. So, last example here, we have negative 1/3 x plus 2x. Actually, no, I'm sorry, negative 1/3 x plus 15y plus 2x minus 5 and 2/5 y. Now, we have two sets of like terms here. We have negative 1/3 x and 2x, and we have 15y and negative 5 and 2/5 y. Okay, they both have the same variable attached to them. So let's start with negative 1/3 x plus 2x. Now, if I take away a third from 2, okay, I'm just left with 2/3. Now, we can go ahead and make these like terms. So let's go and make this 6 over third x, right? 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we know that this and this are actually the same. Minus our 1/3 x. Okay, so that's going to be 6. Oh, so now we have the same common denominator. Okay, so we could just subtract straight across. So I have 6 minus 1, which is 5. So 5 over 3x. Okay, let's work on these y's up here. I have 15y and 5 and 2/5 y. We can go ahead and make both of those improper fractions too, if that seems like it'll be the easiest thing to do. So 15 times 5, let's just go ahead and do that over here. 15 times 5, so we want to make it a 5 on the bottom. 15 times 5, we have 5 times 5 is 25. Carry our 2, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So 75 over 5y. That's what these two are. Okay, and we have negative 5 and 2/5. So that's going to be 5 times 5, which is 25, plus 2, which is 27 over 5y. Now, if you have a hard time subtracting those numbers, let's just go ahead and bring them over here. We have 75 minus 27. We'll borrow from the 7, so it gives us 6. So 15 minus 7 is 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. So we're left with plus 48 over 5y. Now, the toughest thing here is going to be converting those back into mixed numbers, but it's not too bad. 3 goes into 5 once, and there's 2 left over, so 1 2/3 x. 5 goes into 48 9 times, and there's 3 left over, so it's going to be 9 3/5 y. And you are all set. Don't let this last one confuse you. All we're doing is combining those like